Lindsay.
Hi.
If you could just start by talking and tell me a little bit about yourself and your writing, that would be a great start, I think.
Okay. So my name is Lindsay. I'm 43 years old. I'm married. I have four children. I married my high school sweetheart.
Yay.
So we are married together. He is a sister at our church and worship pet, and we do all kinds of things. So I'm actually at my church right now because I am the
Cool.
receptionist. So that's kind of our life.
And then can you tell us a little bit about your writing and your books?
Yes, yes. I have always been avid readers. I learned, and growing up, I remember my mom always read everything I got hold of, and I have to read it first. I have to read it first to make sure it was something lifting,
Right.
and that I wasn't people that she had no idea. I always remember that was a very important part of growing up was what is content in the books. So as I got older and I started to, love a good romance story and everything, I started to notice that so many books had, all of these things in it that, was a personal conviction and, of my own. And I had always liked to write. I feel like God has given me a gift to write. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to write the books that I want to read. And so I just went for it, and so, yeah, my first book, Just Below the Surface, which you have,
Yes,
um,
it just came today, so I
is
was like all excited.
hey. So this is a grumpy boss, sunshiny assistant. She's a Christian, wavering and kind of away from his faith, So some life, just life stories, some humor. But I tell people, I'm like, your dog pick this up and read it. Your grandma could pick it, read it, and you wouldn't have to worry. But I wanted to write
Oh, cool.
based love stories because I love love, but I wanted it to be wholesome, and I want the readers, feeling good about it and not like, what did I just read? Or,
Yeah.
was a hit. And I ended up a sequel. And after the sequel, people started asking about another character in the book. So I
Oh,
just came out with my third one, which is more of
yay.
like a rom com.
Okay.
So the Lord has really opened a lot of doors for me to just
Good.
write. And there's such a big audience for that now for the clean, closed door, and everything like that.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so exciting. Oh my gosh.
awesome.
And you live in Michigan, right?
Too. I do.
Okay, perfect. And so when you're writing your books, have you found, since this is sort of like a road trip that we're doing here, a virtual road trip, have you been pulling in some of your Michigan culture and everything? And how has that been for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, they say write what you know. So, I grew up in Michigan. I've been here my whole life.
Cool.
I just love it. There's so many good, great things about this state, and so, and it's easy for me with my characters to picture where they're going, where they live, what it looks like, what the weather might look like. And there's also, a couple of little things that we call ourselves Michiganders would know about the book. So I see sometimes
Michiganders.
I see
That's
reviews
cute.
on I'll see reviews on, Goodreads or whatever, and they'll say, "Hey, I live around that place. Does anybody know if this is what she's talking about?" And so it's really neat when I see like other Michiganders, pick up the
That's
books and they're like,
awesome.
"Oh, this is my," and so I have little shouts out to like this one has a little shout out to Fago Pop, and I always get in those conversations. Is it soda or is it pop? I'm like, I'm from Michigan. It's pop, and it will
It's
always
pop.
be pop. So like those little things I make sure to put in my
Love
books. So,
that. Yes.
yeah.
In North Dakota, we call it pop too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yay. Team pop.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just love hearing the stories behind the books that are being featured in this road trip and everything. And so too, if you were to take your two main characters and they were going to go on a road trip, where would they go?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. I think, um, wow, because they're, opposites. It's the grumpy sunshine. So
Right.
I think there might be a little of, have to be a little give and take. Like, hey, I want to go here, I want to go there, but I don't know. I they do take a little trip to Battle Creek, Michigan in my book. So
Okay.
maybe they would head somewhere south um, and check out. I don't know. That's a good question. I
That's cool though. Yeah, that's cool that there's a little trip in the book. What are some like treats or snacks or drinks that your characters would have to bring with on this road trip?
okay, definitely Fago Pop. Um, and oh gosh, well, coffee because in I had somebody make a joke about they felt like coffee was the third person in the love triangle in my book
Oh,
because my characters
funny.
drink coffee so much, and I'm like, that's because I always had a coffee in my hand when I was
I
writing, and
love
coffee
that.
was always on my mind.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely coffee, whether they made it themselves and brought it or stopped for it, but yeah, and then probably some like better made chips. You know, those are Michigan.
Oh,
So
yes, yes, that's awesome. That's great. Those are great snacks and drink options. And if you can think of like some good coffee shops in Michigan, what are some like Michigan coffee shops you love that you think people would enjoy?
okay, so Michigan coffee shop. So it's funny because we were one of the first states in the U.S. to get Tim Hortons, which is a Canadian
Yeah.
coffee shop, but Michigan was one of the first ones to have
Oh,
Tim Hortons, and
cool.
now they're kind of slowly making their way. But that's one of my favorites. I think they have really good coffee.
Okay.
Um, there's a couple. There's a coffee shop actually right down the street from where I work. I'm in Belleville, Michigan, and
Okay.
there is a new coffee shop that just opened. It's a little independent owned. It's called Moody Brews, and they have excellent coffee. And I actually go there sometimes with a friend, and we're both writers, and
Oh,
we get coffee and we sit
cool.
down, and sometimes we just stay for hours.
How
And it's a
fun.
great atmosphere, and yeah, it's just really fun to sit. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay. And so when it comes to writing, do you think that you're more of a character-driven writer or a plot-driven? Like, does the plot come first or does the character?
Ooh, that is a very good question. I think that I'm a little mix of both because characters, I'm a people person. I love when I meet somebody new, the first thing I do is kind of analyze their character. Oh, are
Yeah.
they an introvert? Are they an extrovert? And I just kind of like I'm just a people person. My husband
Yeah.
actually jokes and tells me I'm not allowed to make any new friends because I have way too many. So
That's
but I'm
awesome.
just like, I just love everybody I come across. But
That's
also
great.
the plot is so important to me too because I love a good plot in a book. So
Right.
I would say it's pretty split down the middle for me.
Hey, very cool.
Awesome.
This series that you have, you said you just came out with a third one in the series. Cool. Are you working on anything new for this series, or is the series complete for now, or what are you doing right now?
Yeah, so I my intention was for the series to be complete, but some of my readers are like, "Oh, come on, there's so much more you could go. You
Oh,
could
cool.
so much more places you could go with this, and things you could do. And what about so and so?" So I'm never gonna say never. With that, I don't know. I might do a spin-off series with maybe some characters in the books, but as of right now, I am working on my first historical romance. So I'm branching out
Ooh,
a bit, kind
fun.
of a mail order bride type thing. I love those kinds of stories.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of get inspired because our church is very multicultural, and I know several people who have said they're from other countries, and they're like, yeah, my either their parents or they were like arranged marriage and things like that. And I'm like, wow, it fascinates me that that still goes on today in other
Right.
cultures. So I just kind of love that. I love when something like that turns into a good love story. So
I
I'm just kind of
love
branching out
that.
and seeing all my options and everything. So that's what I'm working on now. And
Awesome.
if I can say, I also
Yeah.
write Christian children's books.
Oh, Christian children's
Um,
books too. That's
yeah,
exciting. Oh,
so they're
cool.
humorous and just kind of fun and kind of loosely based off of my daughter
Oh,
because I have
cool.
three boys and only one girl, so I had to give her something
Okay.
special. But yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
cool.
branching out and seeing what I can do, who I can reach. I
Yeah.
love to write. I love to tell a good
When
story.
it
So
comes to inspiration, where do you get your inspiration? I know this is kind of like a love-hate question for most writers, but where do you find your inspiration for stories?
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I could be reading, as I said, I love to read. I could be reading a book and like one little line in that book could spark an idea for me. So, like, nothing to even do with the plot, that I'm reading at the time, but like something I might say, oh my gosh, that would make such a great story. My second book, actually, it's called Beyond Shattered Dreams, and it's a love story. It's a second chance romance, but it also has a foster story in it.
Oh,
And
cool.
I was inspired because we have several families in our church that are foster parents and or have fostered to adopt. And I was so inspired by that. I was like, these people's stories need to be told. And that was what inspired me to add a foster care story
Wow.
in with my book as like a subplot and just tie it all in because I feel like those are the unsung heroes,
Oh,
these foster
cool.
parents
Yeah.
and everything. So really it's like my everyday life, is just like I see people, I'm like, man, that would make a good story. And then, if the idea develops, it develops. If it doesn't, I just, move to the next thing. But honestly, it's just like meeting people because my circle is really big. What we do, we run around 500 in the church. So
Oh,
I meet
cool.
people all the time. I'm always meeting with people. I'm all kinds of teams and I meet all kinds of people. And so the inspiration, I mean, I don't have to look far. I'm like,
It's endless, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. And so back to the road trip idea. So with you, if you were to go on a road trip, what book would you bring with you?
Oh, okay. So I usually listen to audiobooks when I go on road trips, me and my
Okay,
husband. So
that
we
sounds
usually
perfect.
pick a new book. So if
Okay.
I had to, my first choice would be to pick a new book that I've never heard. But if I had to pick something that I've already listened to, it would 100% be Francine Rivers, the Mark of the Lion series, The Voice in the Wind, The Echo in
Yes.
the Darkness. That is my go-to. Like I could turn that on.
Oh,
I love the Audible of that, and
really, it's good.
so good.
So
Yes. So
good.
I would that would be my go-to. Like I can
Oh,
never get sick of that story.
cool. I loved it. I read it in high school. I should actually do a reread of it, but it's a good series.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
I'm like, after I read it, I was like, why did I wait so long? Because people kept telling me to read it. I'm like, okay, it's on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah.
And then when I read it, I was like, oh, why did I wait?
Yeah, it is so good. It is a great book and a great series. Yeah. I love it too. Cool. I love that. And then now too, so with your state, if people were to come through or come, if they're going on vacation somewhere in the Midwest or they're coming through, where would you recommend that they go in your state, to check out as like a road trip?
Okay, so that is a really easy question for me to answer because I have two spots that we go to several times a year, and one of them is Frankenmuth, Michigan, and that is oh, it's an amazing little quaint town. Everything is like German kind of like and I love it because it's very Christ centered. Every You can find all kinds of things like that, but they also have Bronner's Christmas Wonderland,
Oh,
which is the
cool.
biggest Christmas store in I think the world. I don't
Oh,
know. It's huge.
wow.
You can buy a T-shirt that said "I got lost at Bronner's." Like you walk in and it's like, I mean, from floor to the top of the ceiling is like Christmas decorations. It's
Oh,
got such a great
funny.
atmosphere. It's amazing. And then you walk down the little strip of street, and there's just shops, coffee shops, boutiques, and sausage and cheese houses, and toy shops, and it's just. But the whole culture, you just feel like you're in another,
Yeah.
um, but there's so much fun. So Frankenmuth, Michigan is one of my favorites. And then of course Mackinac Island up north. That is well up north for me because
Yeah.
I'm in the Detroit area. So it's about
Oh,
a
okay.
4-hour drive for us. But I
Awesome.
would never get sick of going there. You get on the island, there's no vehicle, so everything's horse and buggies. And
Oh,
I actually write about that in my third book that they
oh,
take a trip there because
fun.
I love it so much. So yeah,
Yeah.
totally all things Michigan in this series. So
Oh, cool. I
those
absolutely
are my
adore
two.
that. That's awesome. Where can they find you online?
So I am on Amazon right now. I'm still working on my website, but you can find me. My name is Lindsay A. Marcum, and I don't know if that's backwards or not.
Oh,
Sometimes it
I
is,
can see it right. Well, that's all good.
but Lindsay A. Marcum, and you can find my novels and my children's books there. And I am on Instagram and Facebook. I have both pages on those. So
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It was a lovely time, and it was great getting to know you, and can't wait to continue getting to know you.
same. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, totally. Thank you so much. And you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, sounds good. See you later. Thanks for riding shotgun on the Romance Reading Road Trip. I'm so excited for you to be joining this journey with us. Be sure to go down to the video description below and sign up for the passport. You're not going to want to miss out on it.